Well, we're just through the halfway point of the legislative session. As you know, this is the short legislative session, which is 60 days in length. We are just now over the halfway point. We've been busy trying to produce a supplemental budget of which takes care of the state as it needs to, as well as provide a sustainable path for the future of the state of Washington. One of the bills that I've been working on outside of just being part of the budget process this year is a human trafficking bill. Currently in the world today, we have 27 million slaves. We have more slaves in the world today than at any other time in the history of our world. Now, in Washington State, because of where we're geographically located, we are considered a hotbed for human trafficking activity. Human trafficking activity is divided into two sections. 70% of it is labor, where 30% is prostitution. These are people that are forced into slavery and into captivity. Some come from different countries such as Romania, India, small villages there, and some are equally sadly coming from our own junior highs and high schools. Human trafficking activity has proliferated in the state of Washington as well as around the United States. The bill that just passed the House of Representatives a few days ago was a bill that broadens the definition of human trafficking to include sex offense. Believe it or not, in Washington state law, human trafficking activity was not considered a sex offense. As of my bill last week and upon governor's signature, from now on, human trafficking activity will be considered a sex offense, which means human trafficking criminals will have to register within their counties as sex offenders. Now, this is significant because a lot of the human trafficking criminals are organized crime. This is an attempt to move them out of the shadows of society and into the sunlight of justice. The goal of these penalties is to make them severe and to make them harsh, and to send a message that Washington State is not a good place for a criminal to try and do business. This is Kevin Parker. As always, I value your input, so please call or email anytime. And until then, I'll talk with you next week. Thanks again for listening.